That was him. He's in Oakdale, isn't he? Meg, please, I need to see him.
You need a psychiatrist is what you need, Emily.
I didn't mean to shoot him, I swear.
Oh, that must have been why you had a gun. Look, back off, or I'm going to do what I said before. I'm going to call the cops and have you arrested for stalking.
Meg, I didn't know you cared.
I don't. Tell your friend here to keep her mouth shut.
Henry.
Keep your mouth shut.
He's alive. Paul is alive.
We know this because...
Because Meg just admitted it. And he's in Oakdale. I know it. I know he's, he's in Oakdale.
Emily, I hope you didn't tell her that I had anything to do with the shooting and that I was only there to help a woman push a car into the river. And that was only because you threatened to tell the entire world that I was planting BJ's money out in the woods. Not that Meg, or anyone else for that matter, needs to know that particular part of the story.
She's not going to say anything, and neither is Paul. As long as we both keep quiet about the...
Oh. Hey, great. Great. That calls for a toast. Let's go have a drink.
No celebrations, okay? Not until I find him.
Why?
So I can finish this.
What?
Well, you don't look like a cadaver.
And usually compliments make me feel so uncomfortable.
No fever. And it looks like the blood's going to your brain. I guess the meds are kicking in.
Yeah, well, I should hope so.
You know, you scared me when you called me.
Sorry.
No, it's great. It's great. You might make it after all, Ryan.
Well, thanks to you. You never see Meg?
You know, I'm sorry when you called about Emily. She ambushed me.
Did you break the news to her?
I had no choice. The woman's relentless. Anyway, she kind of knew. She just wanted to hear me say it. But I did tell her to keep her mouth shut, and I did threaten her. I mean, after all, she came close to killing you. Almost succeeded. She's kind of looking at attempted murder, at least.
So you think she'll back off?
Emily? Not a chance. She's tough, and she usually gets what she wants.
That's not really fair. She's very strong, but that's only because she's had to survive so much loss.
Well, she's not ready to lose you. In fact, she wanted me to tell her where you were. Believe it or not, she wants to see you. I know she tried to kill you. It's crazy. And I've done enough rotations in psych wards to know what I'm talking about. It's clinical.
Okay, that's enough. Not another word against her. Not one more word.
Please don't tell me you're defending Emily Stewart. The woman brought a gun to her own wedding. She shot you and threw your body over a cliff into a snowbank, and that's the good news. She was aiming for the river. And then she shows up at your funeral making a complete spectacle of herself. Wait, that's funny?
No, a little. It's all my fault.
How could it be your fault?
I dumped her at the altar.
Okay, that might have been heartless, but it's not a crime. And then even if she might have wanted to shoot you, she could have shown some restraint on her.
Look, I used her. And that doesn't mean that I didn't care about her or even love her in my own peculiar way. Or that I didn't convince myself that I was in love with her. Or that I didn't, at the very least, convince myself that I could be in love with her one day.
So, you think you deserve to be shot and left for dead because you broke her heart? That's insulting. She's a grown woman. She made a choice, and it didn't, follow through with what she wanted. Look, I know she's hurting, but you don't shoot somebody.
You're right. Shooting people is bad. But I bet if you look at most of the people in jail for murder, they shot somebody that they loved. Emily loves me, and I used that. I forced her to be a part of my plan.
Yeah, been there. If you recall, I went along with your plan until I could find a way to let Jennifer know.
That's you. And our arrangement had nothing to do with love. You hated me.
I didn't hate you. All right, I hated you. But only because I was angry at myself for letting you get to me.
Yeah, well, Emily's not that self-aware.
Oh, you think?
Oh, come on. Don't be so mad at her. Why are you so angry at her? If anybody has a right to be angry at Emily, it's me. She shot me.
Exactly.
And look, I appreciate you patching me up and standing by me. I really do. But you don't need to defend me anymore. I can take care of myself. Okay, look, I know I got a ways to go, but it's not your job.
It is my job. You paid me a lot of money to save your life. And I'm not gonna let Emily Stewart take another whack at you.
Okay, look, take it easy on her, all right? Emotions can be very tricky. And they creep up on you. Especially when you're so intimate with somebody that you hand them your heart. It's really no wonder that she was so angry at me for cutting her loose.
Well, you can't always get what you want.
And that's a shame. I still remember when I figured that out. I don't think I've recovered.
It's what kept you alive.
What, being greedy?
Hungry. It's not a bad thing. As long as you are willing.
To move on.
Was there a reason why you called me?
Yeah. I need for you to take this to a woman who's waiting at Java.
I'm a nurse.
No.
Not a messenger.
You are a guardian angel. And it would be a really big favor. Please. It's very important.
Okay, who's the woman?
It's probably better that you don't know. Look, I would go myself, but it's too risky. And if I catch pneumonia, my nurse will give me a tongue lashing.
You'd only be so lucky. That's a lot of cash.
Yeah. She'll be waiting at a table. She's expecting you.
What happened while I was away?
I almost died without you. No.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Well, you know what? You're going to get in bed and take a nap and try to eat something that just doesn't come in a wrapper, okay? You got it?
Yeah, I miss you already. That growl, the way you glare at me.
Whatever.
Oh,
I've been waiting for weeks to find out whether my fiancé is dead or alive.
Question, is your fiance if he breaks it off and you shoot him?
Do you honestly think I meant to shoot him?
You had a gun.
For protection, I told you that. I was afraid that Hal was gonna show up.
So what, you were gonna shoot Hal? What do you have on you right now, an ice pick?
Okay, look, I'm the first to admit I wasn't at my best that day, okay?
What, you're shrugging this off? We're not talking about a bad day, a bad hair day here, Emily. You could have killed the man.
I know that. That's why I need to find him.
Write him a note. Dear Paul, I'm so sorry I shot you. I don't know what came over me. It will never happen again. Your friend, Emily the Nut. I am positive that Meg would be happy to deliver that. What? What now?
You really think I'm a nut?
Do you want me to answer then?
Why is Meg in Oakdale? Why is Meg
She lives
in
here.
Oakdale? Why? Why? She was fired. She lost her job. Her boyfriend dumped her. Her family's barely speaking to her. I mean, the woman has absolutely no friends, Henry.
Well, that's harsh.
Do you like her?
No, not my type. Me, I go for the beautiful blondes or in love with somebody else.
Meg is in Oakdale because of Paul.
It's a reach.
No, it's not. Think about it. He was in the cabin, right? And she was taking care of him.
And then she took off for sunny Mexico.
And what, with Paul and her carry-on? And don't forget the phone call, the urgent phone call Paul left for her down there.
We left that phone call.
She doesn't know that, Henry. She didn't know, and she came right back.
Okay, fine. He's here. He's here. So what?
So, I need to see him.
Why? I'm going to ask you one last time. One last time. Why?
I can't just walk away from him.
Why not?
Because he's hurt.
He has Meg for that. She is a professional nurse. He is obviously paying for her services.
Yeah, but he needs me. No, honestly, you don't know him. I mean, he's a very sensitive man, and I'm sure he's very depressed and lonely right now.
So he's going to turn to the woman who shot him?
Obviously, he's forgiven me, right? Or he would have pressed charges against me.
He still might press charges, Emily.
No. No, he wouldn't do that to me.
Emily,